Recently, I've discovered that you can't live a perfect life and expect to learn anything. You need to do things to figure out what you like and what you don't like. You need to fail and lose so you can learn how to win and succeed. If you lock yourself in your room and do nothing but work all the time, you're not going to develop the social skills that you need. You're not going to have the relationships and the friendships that you crave. And you're not going to have access to the network and the mentors that are going to help you take the next step. I think about it this way. I've been in plenty of relationships in my life. Each woman has helped me identify the traits that I want and don't want in a partner. The dynamics of those different types of relationships taught me different frames, different ways of communicating, and different ways of handling situations. If I never went on those dates, had those relationships, or even talked to them or asked them out in the first place, then I wouldn't be in a position to be successful in my relationships in the present and the future. By definition, my relationships were failures, but that doesn't mean they weren't worth the experience. I used to get hung up on the past, asking myself, what if things went differently? I'd beat myself up about how I handled a certain situation. And if I would have done things differently, then things would have had different outcomes. The reality is, if I got a time machine and I went back in time and did all the right things and did what I thought I was supposed to do, then I never would have learned that that was what I was supposed to go back and change in the first place. I never would have learned those lessons. It's a perpetual cycle that never ends. If we didn't learn that lesson then, we would have had another situation in our life in which we would have had to learn that lesson. We're just delaying the inevitable. The imperfections of life push us more and more towards perfection. Our mistakes, our failures, our happy moments, and our sad moments all push us down the road of destiny. You can try to live a life unscathed, but it will be a life with no story. A life with no chapters, no lessons, no characters, no plot, no climax. It'd be a life of nihilism and fear. Stop trying to be perfect, because in doing so, you are moving further and further away from perfection than if you just kept moving forward, despite the consequences that lie ahead. You don't need to be perfect. If you're anything like me, you want to strive for perfection, but in doing so, it will drive you mad. So instead, strive for the experiences, because our experiences is what make us who we are. So try new things, get good at what you're good at, learn what you suck at, and enjoy the process, enjoy the ride. You and I are and always will be perfectly imperfect.